Team. No, I was going to finish. I'm sorry. There's a bunch of people talking. Sorry about that, Joe. Just thought it was a good team win. Thought our guys played hard. A lot of things we have to get corrected. A lot of guys went down today. A lot of new guys went to step up. Too many coaching errors in the first half. Having to call timeouts because we have the wrong call in, or one of our players gets confused. We have to clean a lot of things up as a coaching staff first, and then in the second half, offensively, just continue to kind of have that lull, especially when we have a lead, and just have to learn how to be aggressive and still be smart. I thought at the end, though, despite the woes of the kicking game, I'll actually use that word. Just not enough good plays in the kicking game. I thought our guys on offense made the plays they had to make. Zane stepped up, and defensively, obviously, we got a lot of pressure all day and stopped the run. So. Obviously, the Saints have been through a lot over the last month. A lot of credit, respect for them. Tremendous amount of respect for Sean Payton. Down coaches this week, and we know we'll see them again at the end of the season for a great game. So, with that, sorry, Joe.
You mentioned the pressure. I mean, to get that consistent pressure, it looked a lot like last week. What does that do for you, regardless of who you're playing?
Well, it makes it, changes things. And I think there's two parts to that. I think it's stopping the run. Because then you can, on 2nd and 7, you're not sitting here and playing a run defense now. And you know what? We trusted the players. We played a lot of bear, 5-5 up guys, and played man-to-man defense today. And, Keith Taylor was out there. Rashawn Melvin was out there. Those guys stepped up. Justin Burris went down and played the nickel. It was a tale of a lot of guys. But I think we just played really well up front. And I think Phil called an amazing game. He was bringing pressures and then showing pressure and coming the other side. And so I think it was a great job by the defensive staff. But also, our players at the end of the day, they owned it, they delivered on it. I think Shaq continues to be a tremendous field general out there. I was proud of that part of the game.
Matt, how would you describe what Christian was going through today?
Who?
How would you describe what Christian was going through today?
Just get tired, cramps. Just heat. So I think he was having some cramps, and they had to go put a bag of fluid in him. So.
No concern for him going forward?
Just cramps, yeah, nothing.
Matt, the pressure you got came from a ton of different guys the past 2 weeks now. Just to have that level of depth at in the front four, how important is that for you? Yeah,
we play a lot of guys as long as everyone does their job, and so guys are being diligent about doing their job, and because a lot of the things are, they're pretty complex, right? They're not just 4-man rush. We've gotten some pressure with the 4-man rush, but trying to bring different pressures, and so. Guys have to really prepare because we have some different things up each week. And, I think Al Holcomb, Mike Saravo, Frank Ocam, and Don Johnson, they've done a good job of getting different guys ready at different positions, so they're kind of teaching, conceptually, and the guys, come out ready to execute it.
How would you say Sam progressed from week 1 to week 2?
I didn't see him. I have to watch the tape, but I didn't see him miss the same throws. A couple, 2 or 3 throws. I thought he was really poised. Obviously, the one turnover can't happen. It was kind of a jumbled look, and we just get rid of the ball, continue to play. And so, but I'm not asking him to go perfect for the whole season. So I thought he made big throws in crucial downs on 3rd down. And I thought the real story of the game was our offensive line protected. They got some sacks late in the game when they were just kind of sending a ton of people and we're not being quite as aggressive. But for the most part, I think our offensive line played really well today. It looked like, watching, and Pat Elflein went down, Dennis Daly steps up, he goes down, Brady Christensen goes in the game. So, a lot of guys, we're ready to go.
Was Pat's injury a re-aggravation of what he was dealing with earlier in the week?
No. Just had a strain, a hamstring. So we'll see. We'll see how long. It's obviously a short week, so we have to see who's ready. I'll come in tomorrow, and really probably by tomorrow afternoon after they come in for treatment, I'll know who's ready for this week.
Matt, what do you feel like this win does for your team? The Saints were a team that I think a lot of people thought that you guys, the Bucs are what they are, but this was a team that maybe you were going to compete for maybe that second spot. But what does this team do what does this win do for your team?
I think it just means we're 1-0 this week and getting ready for next week, and it shows a lot of the things that we're doing well. It's like when you win or lose, you see what you do well, you see what you're not doing well. You can't get a field goal blocked and run back. That just can't happen in the National Football. They can't turn the ball over in the 10-yard line. They can have the ball 1st and goal. We make an unbelievable play, get them in 3rd and 9, then we let the quarterback run in, which we all, you guys heard me say it this week. I have to keep Jameis in the pocket. So when those things happen, that's the mark of, hey, there's a lot of things still to improve upon. There's also a lot of great things that happen out there, So we just have to be really honest, about hey, what are we doing well? What are we not doing well? It's boring. It's the same thing I said last year, when we would win or lose. It's just about trying to improve this week, and it's a short week. Texans are a good team. It's going to be hard, so we have got to put this win behind us and understand that today's really like a Wednesday of a game week. I'm going to go home, hang out with my wife and kids, and then start working, tonight. So it's going to be a heck of a turnaround.
Said, you guys, I mean, this is a team that swept you last year. To start the season off 2-0, I mean, what kind of juice does that kind of bring to the building?
Well, I mean, I'm sure the guys, I'm sure they're happy we won. I think they have to feel like, okay, hey, I want them to feel like, hey, my hard work and preparation is working. I think that's the message, right? It's not about am I good enough? It's am I doing the right things to win? And then they have to be honest about, hey, this is what I need to do to improve. And so when you win a game, it brings a whole other sort of set of problems, right? So we have got to improve, but I want them to be happy. They work really hard, and we have guys who lay it on the line and sacrifice a lot. There's a lot of sacrifice and humility from a lot of guys in that locker room. You can't have that many sacks from that many different people and not have it be everyone else doing their job. So that guy gets up and the camera goes on him, but a lot of guys covering, doing a nice job. A lot of guys. So. And then it's the offense, trust me, there's so many times 4th and 1, 4th and 2, I want to go for it, but I keep saying to myself, yeah, you got a good defense today. Like, trust the defense, punt the ball down there. So it's just a little bit of everyone to me.
What worked for your defense against Kamara today?
I'd have to see the tape. Obviously, I thought we did a nice job of stopping the run, and it looked like to me, we had Shaq on Kamara and Chin on Kamara. It looked like to me like, they did a good job. Alvin Kamara's one of the best players in football. I have so much respect for who he is as a player, and so, it's just one of those days where we got some pressure. I can't say much more than that other than just watching the tape.
On the first possession, you guys drove down and got the touchdown. How important was it for you all to set that tone at the beginning of the game?
Well, it's one of the things that hasn't really happened, right? We haven't had a ton of success early, and I think it's just, tremendous. We just executed, everyone kind of did their job. Zylstra goes out there. I thought Zylstra was really one of the players that stepped up today. I don't know how many catches he had. Three catches, touchdown. He caught a slant when they overloaded the box and brought pressure. So they were, kind of key, crucial plays. I think that probably gave us a little bit of momentum and energy. But I think the message we had to ourselves was, hey, this game's going to all be about the fourth quarter. So let's play loose and free in the first half. Third quarter, let's play loose and free. Let's get to the fourth quarter. Let's execute. We were pretty good in the fourth quarter, and they obviously scored that one play. And then after that, I thought, guys hung in there.
You mentioned that second half lull again this week. How do you sort of attack going forward to kind of eliminate that second half?
Yeah. I think we have to just, again, it's kind of hard. The defense is playing so well, so you're not being overly aggressive. We just have to continue to go back and look at, who's not quite doing their job, because there's a bunch of plays we feel like we should have executed better. So, it's just like anything else, like young teams, teaching them, hey, don't look at the scoreboard, man, just keep playing. And I thought the defense, though, last week in the third quarter, again this week in the third quarter, I thought they hung in there. They got tired and they continued to play. So we're just going to have to work our way through that.
Hold on, we're going to take 2 more questions. Scott?
On the field goal, Matt, that was blocked, I know you haven't seen the tape yet, but did somebody miss a block or was it come out low?
Yeah, I thought all day our field goal protection wasn't very good. They were swimming us, and literally on the last one, I don't remember. I think we called timeout before the last field goal. Is that correct? I called timeout to bring them over and say, listen, they're swimming you, please. Everyone, get your heads up. It looked like the kick might have been low just from the field, though, but I have to go watch the tape. But I do know this. There's too much, even on the one we missed on the extra point, there's too much in in the kicker's face, pressure-wise. And so, we have to get that corrected, because it was just apparent to me on the field.
You mentioned in the past getting off the field has been an issue. You guys ran 30 more plays than the Saints today. How important was getting off the field today to make sure that your offense got more chances?
Yeah, and that's really all last year. The issue of getting off the field. I think our third down defense last, and so it's hard for me to keep referencing last year. These guys have done a good job at that. But I think it's just it's complementary football, right? It's stopping the run. It's getting pressure on second down. It's guys, covering, not having a ton of defensive penalties. So, and I think the guys are working really hard at third down. They're coming in knowing, hey, we have to be better on third down. We have to be better in the 2-minute, which we were today. And we wanted to be really good in the red zone. So that touchdown, obviously will bother a lot of us, because it was, we covered everyone. So 3rd and 9 at the 9 or 3rd and 8 at the 8, if you cover everyone, it shouldn't be a touchdown. So, so we have to improve that. You're excited to get Christian or someone in here, huh? All right. Thanks, guys.
guys.
No comment.
Sam, I know it's 2 games, but 2 wins. You beat a team that's had a lot of success against the Panthers over the last 4 or 5 years. What's it mean, and does it sort of legitimize you guys for being a factor in this division?
I mean, it's a good win, good divisional win. Still a lot of things that we can clean up on offense. Defense did a great job out there, but there's still a lot to clean up, and it's early in the season, so we're just going to keep taking it one game at a time.
It may sound kind of funny, but having gotten the win and knowing you didn't play perfect, is that good because you know you have things to improve on and you can play even better than that?
Well, I think most teams would say the same thing. I think every team in the NFL is continuing to build, and you start to find your identity as a team as the year goes on. So I think we're just in the process of that, and we're going to continue to work and get better.
Sam, it seemed like maybe today, maybe a little bit more than week 1, I'm not quite sure, but they rolled you out, had you on some bootlegs, you had some success. Was that a little bit part of the game plan? Is that something you knew coming in was going to be part of the game plan? And you talk about how you felt like you did with that today.
Yeah, I think, even in training camp and before the season started, Joe had always talked about, using that run game and then, booting off of it, play action. So, it's not just the boot, it's play actions as well. But, again, it's just great play calls by Joe, and it's up to us to execute them.
How impressed were you with Brandon Zylstra's play today?
Sorry, the mask. Sometimes I can't tell who's talking. Yeah, Zylstra did amazing. The way he came out and he just made big plays. He was there. He was in the right spot every time. So, he did a great job.
Where is your confidence level now after a couple games here than it's been the last 2 or 3 years?
I mean, I'm just going to continue to do my job. That's all I'm worried about. I can't really, I've always had, a lot of confidence. That's never going to change. But, just finding completions and continuing to move the ball down the field is a good feeling.
And a lot of the play action you're doing now, I don't think you threw a play action pass last year with the Jets. How big is that in your game right now, buying you time or whatever? It seems to be working because you got 2 already.
Yeah, when you're able to run the ball, it makes it easier to play action. So it starts with the run game, and I think, we've been doing a good job of that.
I'd like to be on the sideline as the defense is just attacking, just get it playing really well.
Yeah, it's great. It's complementary football. We talk about it all the time, but us, having the ball and sustaining drives, obviously we want to do more in the red zone and we want to score more points, but, to be able to stay on the field as an offense and then our defense going out and creating 3 and outs and stopping them, it's really good football.
How was the defense in particular kind of made things easier for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, when you're able to create 3 and outs and their defense doesn't get really, the breather that they might want, it's easier for us to go out there and, run the ball and, have misdirection because they're a little bit more tired. So it's just, that's the way the game works. So it was good.
Weird to be in the huddle, that one series in the second half and not have McCaffrey out there with you?
Obviously, you'd like to have him out there, but, we got great players all around me, to be able to step in. I thought Chuba did a good job when he came in, and that's what you need. Sometimes something's going to happen, hopefully not, but something's going to happen to one guy, another guy's got to step up.
And what about how he played when he came back in?
Christian? Yeah, I mean, he played great. That rushing touchdown was an amazing run to be able to make that safety miss and score on that. It was obviously the turning point in the game.
What play did you make out there today that when you go back and look at the film, you can say, yeah, that was something to define how well I'm playing right now?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to watch it, but again, I think I'm just playing within myself. I think that's the biggest thing that I need to continue to do is just not do too much and just, take what the defense gives me, and that's pretty much it.
You guys were able to score on that first drive. Can you talk about that setting the tone for you guys offensively?
Yeah, it was great play calling by Joe. Our offensive line really led the way on that drive. The energy they came out with and really that they had all day was amazing. So they really set the tone early in that game, which I credit them, a great deal there. And then everyone was just on the same page. We were executing at a high level, and obviously you want to sustain that. We didn't do that as much, in the kind of middle of the game, coming out of the half. But, we'll get better and we'll watch the tape and learn from it. But, yeah, really proud of the way we started.
First time you've been 2-0 as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
Are you asking?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't get a chance to look it up. I didn't know if you.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Matt had talked about that lull coming out of from the halftime, that little bit of lull there offensively. How do you guys sort of attack that going forward to try to eliminate that?
Yeah, I think you just got to come out faster. I mean, it starts with the mindset, coming out of the half and understanding, okay, our defense is going to get a 3 and out. We're going to get the ball and go right down the field and score. It's having that mindset.
How well would you describe the way that you and DJ seem to be finding each other? That slant route was working, a couple other routes. How well is your chemistry working right now?
Yeah, DJ's a really good player. He's going to find a way to get open, and that's kind of his thing. Whenever he gets man coverage or even in the zones, he can find those spots. So, that's really how everyone plays, but DJ especially.
How do you enjoy wins? I mean, everybody seems so tempered. How do you enjoy like a win like this? 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, it's a great feeling to walk out of here with a win. But like I said, I mean, we didn't execute necessarily the way that we wanted in the second half, and I think that's going to be a huge point of emphasis this Thursday night.
Sam, we got to ask you what happened on the little shovel pass there, the interception. What happened there?
Yeah, I just tried to get it out to Chuba. This is a bad play. Tried to get it out to Chuba and should have just, gone down or thrown it away.
Take 1 or 2 more if you guys have any more.
So how's it feel to be 2-0?
Feels good. It's another good win. But this league's crazy. You gotta keep your head down and keep going to work.
What is the biggest thing you have to think about with it being a short week?
I think right now getting my body right, making sure that I'm staying a day ahead as much as I can, and then watching a little bit of tape tonight and getting after the Texans.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Dan Arnold decided, I think we need Dan Arnold.
It's a lot of Sean Payton coach teams to be, I know it's not Drew back there anymore, but to do that against the Saints offense, what's that say about you guys?
Says a lot. In all honesty, the defense had a very dominant performance for the second week in a row, and I'm proud of them for real. And I'm just liking the energy. Like, to be honest, like, we're all playing together, playing for each other, and that's the reason we're so dominant right now.
Is it a different deal facing them with Jameis rather than Drew? I mean, is it a drop off?
I don't know. I mean, Jameis is a talent. He's a talent. I'm not gonna take that away from him. He's a talent. But Drew had a way of getting rid of the ball, and he was very decisive when he did it. Like, Drew was a legend, obviously. So I mean, I wouldn't call it a drop off. It's just a different quarterback.
How does, adding a player like Hassan and Morgan really helped you all out as a defense? It really helped you also.
Like I said, always when we have great rushers on the field, they take a lot of the attention away from me. Well, most of the time they take it away from me. And when I can depend on somebody else to get pressure, it messes up their protection. And it also helps the back end. Like, they don't have to cover as long because there's more guys producing pressure and pushing the pocket.
Have you seen less double teams this first 2 weeks because of what's going on the other side of the line?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few. I'm not gonna say it's like overbearing or anything like that, but I've seen quite a few double teams and chips and whatnot. So.
Were you untouched on that sack?
Yeah, actually, I know I had a great get off. I know the tackle took a kick step to me, and then he went away. So at that point, he messed up. I mean, or they messed up. Whatever happened, I don't know. But the football guys loving me right now. I got another freebie, second week in a row. The refs hate me, but the football guys looking out for me.
So you thought that was a strip sack?
Personally, yeah, I do. But, I mean, obviously because I want the sack. But I just feel like it was coming across his body. I felt like he was really trying to tuck it in rather than throw it. But, I mean, it's whatever. It's how it goes.
What's happening in the firis half with you guys? I mean, you guys outscored your opponents 33-0 now in the first half. You guys are setting the tone defensively. What is the attitude you guys are coming out with that's allowing you to do that?
Honestly, we're taking it one play at a time, one call at a time. Like, we're just focusing on that play. We locked into that play. And, like, whether it's good or bad, after the play is over, we on to the next. Like, that's kind of our motto. That's kind of how we going about things. And, honestly, it's just energy. At the end of the day, it's just energy. But to be honest, I just want to keep that same dominant energy from the first half also in the second half. You know what I mean?
Brian, how much have you guys flipped the script from last year in terms of getting off the field on third down? Your offense ran 30 more plays than they did. It seemed like you guys were much better in that area through 2 games than you were last year.
We put a lot of emphasis on getting off the field on third down. And it all comes with communication and knowing your job, doing your job at a high level. So when you got to blitz, you got to blitz. If you working with somebody in coverage, you got to know exactly what you're doing so you can execute. But third down is all about execution, especially against great quarterbacks, because they find ways to, outdo you on third down and whatnot. But if you have the proper communication and you're executing, you're going to get off the field.
Talked a lot during training camp. You were confident this defense was really going to be very good. You've shown that through 2 games. Is part of the challenge now consistency, sustainability, and from week to week to week?
Definitely. We're going to have to show up every week. I mean, like, we just can't be dominant these 2 games and then fall off for the rest of the season. Like, from my expectations from the beginning, we have to be dominant this entire year. And I can really see that happening because guys are locked in. But, yeah, definitely, we got to be dominant consistently.
Talk a little bit about the game that Coach Snow called. It seemed like the Saints didn't know what was coming.
Yeah, he called an aggressive game. He was blitzing from different areas. He played a lot of man. We were in their face, and I tipped my hat off to the guys for getting it done. Like, they were great calls, but at the end of the day, the players have to go make that call work. You know what I mean? So getting pressure, manning up, and blitzing from different areas, disguises, is all part of the game. And he did call a great game, though.
Brian, a week ago, there was a good bit of, yes, but it's the Jets, because they aren't as far along personnel-wise. When you're doing it against a team with as many first-round picks on the offensive line as the Saints have, is that much more gratifying for you guys?
I guess you could say in a sense. I mean, the Jets, it's a whole little outlook on, like, the Jets being the big brother of the division and all that. So, I mean, you can call it what you want to, but at the end of the day, I just want to do that to every offense we play, not because it's the Jets, not because Drew isn't there anymore. I don't really care who it is. Like, we just need to execute, and I don't feel like anybody can mess with us if we do it the way we just did it, regardless of who it is back there.
Ryan, you guys haven't started 2-0 since you've been here.
Nope.
How does it feel? What's it mean?
Feels great. I was just talking to D-Jack about that, actually, about how good it feels to finally, start off on a hot streak, really. Like, both years, my 2 previous years, I didn't win a game to the 3rd game. So to start 2-0 means a lot, and I just want to keep it rolling.
There's a stat, too, with 2-0 teams going to the playoffs. I know the math might be different with 17 games, but, I mean, when you start thinking about that.
I didn't know that was a stat. but if you're telling me it's a stat, then it sounds good to me.
It is, but it's a high percentage that go on to make the playoffs.
All right, that's what's up. Well, let's keep it going.
There, Brian, is, do you think this is a playoff team?
Yeah, facts. I mean, I'm not going to say we're not. I mean, I believe in my guys. I believe in myself. Like, I'll pick us against anybody. It's whatever.
You have
one or two more questions, guys.
You talked about energy. You guys seem to be playing with a certain edge. Is there a chip on you guys' shoulder?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're always an underdog, but at the end of the day, forget all that underdog stuff. When we're having fun, the energy's going to be there, and we're going to, you feel me, like we're going to outplay our opponent, in my opinion, because it's been happening these past 2 weeks. It's been happening all in camp, so.
I like your sweatshirt. Can you explain that?
Yeah, the front says there's no finish line, and the back says just go. So it's kind of just like, to me, that means like, at the end of the day, like, don't be satisfied, basically. I'm saying, like, I don't want to be satisfied. Like, I just want to go and keep going. That's part of the next play kind of attitude. Like, there's no finish line. Okay, I got a sack on this play. Next play, what we got? You feel me? So that's kind of how what the shirt means to me.
All right, guys. We'll do it. Appreciate it, Brian.
All right, y'all. Love.
Morgan, this is 2 weeks in a row with real collective defensive effort for you guys. What does it say about this group that you get sacks a whole bunch of people at a time?
I think it says that, we work really well as a defense as a whole. You got the back half covering extremely well. That allows guys to make plays, and guys are really learning how to rush together and also buying into the game plan that the coaches are putting together. And it shows that everyone, is locked in and ready to do their part.
This team wasn't remotely any closer in pass rushing last year as it is this year. What was attractive in coming here? And, is it playing out as you saw?
Seeing just the talent that this team has, there's so much talent across the board, and made it real exciting to come here with that young talent and just see how I could help and just help contribute to what they already had here. This team is super talented, got great coaches and great guys here. So, I can't say it's panned out so far, but it definitely the last few games, a week at a time's felt great.
When guys are getting so quick to the backfield, how much easier does that make your job trying to do that as well?
Oh, I mean, when guys are getting there quick and doing their job, it makes everybody's job easier. That's, helps contribute to us playing so well as a team right now.
Morgan, walk us through the play where you had Jameis's jersey and he tried to get one off left-handed.
Honestly, that stuff happens so fast, it's hard to really remember. Got to rush back there, try to get my hands on, squeeze the pocket, and, look to my right, and he was right there and just tried to hopefully make a play on the ball.
Did you see him go opposite-handed?
I did not. I just saw a quarterback try to get it.
You've been on a really disruptive defense in the past. What ingredients do you see out of this Panthers defense that reminds you of some of those Rams defenses?
Just guys buying into doing their part and trying to rush with each other, play for each other, and use their talents, and also buying into the game plan. Guys doing what they're supposed to do and doing it to the best of their ability. This team's done a really good job of being their best when their best was required, and guys have really bought into that.
The fact that it's all kind of coming together fast, and because a lot of new pieces in there, are you even surprised a little bit that everybody's kind of meshing so fast?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm just impressed with how much this team's growing every week, and how humble this team is to know that, we do have a lot of growing to do together and getting better after every game, but guys are taking that challenge and really attacking it and getting better every week, which I think is contributing to our success.
You went out for a little while there. What happened there, and do you think you'd be good on a short week?
I just rolled up my ankle, just trying to make a play, rolled up my ankle. I'm good, though. It happens.
Another short week question. Tyrod went out today in Houston. You guys might be facing an unproven quarterback. Advantage Panthers?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Everybody in this league is good. Everyone is here for a reason. So we'll have to see what happens, and we'll have to see who suits up on game day. Every opponent can beat you any day. So you have to prepare that you're playing the best, and who knows who comes in.
You played with a lot of good edge rushers, so can you sort of describe what makes Burns and Reddick unique?
Burns is special, man. He's so fast. He's got a really good understanding of how guys rush, how he rushes, and how he fits into the scheme. He can really beat guys one-on-one, but he also does a phenomenal job of rushing with guys and going out of his way to look at guys and be like, okay, how am I going to be able to rush with you, not just himself? And, Haas is the same way. Haas has got great understanding of level rushes. His hands are great, his speed is great, and he's a guy that can really showcase his ability when it gets turned on.
How fluid is your role on the line when you're compared to the rest of your teammates along the line?
I think, everybody kind of has a fluid role on our line. You have to know across the board what to do if God forbid, somebody goes down, or, if another week we have a different package in, you might be playing a position you've never played before, but that's the nature of this game, and I think the guys we have do a phenomenal job of being ready to have to play any position on our line.
Is this as much as you've bumped kind of inside in your career, or do you have more of that in the past?
I've done that my whole career. I've been fortunate enough to learn from some of the best people to do it, and fortunate enough to have opportunities to play across the line and really learn and help develop my game through that.
How good does it feel when it seems like everybody is eating and, defensively?
It feels great. You love seeing your guys get success. That's really what it's about, because when we all eat, we generally do pretty well. And seeing everybody succeed and everybody do their job is, just a testament to how much guys are working and buying into their game plan. So you see how much guys sacrifice and work during the week, and to see it come to fruition is really, really cool and enjoyable.
What does the dominant performance like today say about this defense in general?
To be honest, this game's over, and it was great to have the performance we did, but we're on to the next week. So it's awesome to see what we did, but football changes every week, so we have to prepare like we're going into another tough week.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Y'all have a good one.
Just another week where so many people are contributing to the pass rush. What does it say about this defense?
Right now, our pass rush our pass rush we turned up, man. As you can see, we got interior and edge rushers that can rush. And as of right now, we're just getting after it.
How does that change? How does that change things? How does it make things easier for you all as a defense?
Well, first it comes with stopping the run. I don't know the exact stat, but I don't think they had like over 60 yards rushing a day or something like that. So if we could continue to stop the run and force teams to continue to have to throw the ball, then naturally it just allow us to go ahead and get after the quarterback.
Brian was talking about how you guys can kind of come at just about every angle. Is this as complex a rush scheme as you've played in?
Say it one more time. What do you mean by complex?
It's like diverse, I guess. Brian's point about kind of being able to different guys coming in waves and at different angles.
I would say just here we have interior D linemen that can rush really well. Other than that, I don't really know. I'm sorry, I didn't really understand that question.
How does this pass rush compare to what your expectations were coming into what this unit could do?
Right now, exceeding it. I wouldn't lie. Right now, we're exceeding where I thought we could be, and it's surprising to me. But it's just a testament to the work that we put in during training camp and OTAs and getting here, gelling with each other, bonding, getting to know each other, and everybody just committing to one goal. out there playing as hard as possible.
I know it's a team game and you care about the team first, but you also are winning the golf cart battle right now.
Yeah, as of right now, yes. Brian got another sack today as well, so got to keep watching him. Try to keep the lead on him, but overall, just happy for everybody. It's exciting to see, the defense playing this well. I just hope that we can keep it up for the rest of the year, and as long as we come in and day out, continue to work the way that we have, I think that we can.
How satisfying is this start for you personally, though? Because a lot of people thought maybe last year was just not really real. You can't do this every year.
They see the tape. That's all I got to say about that one.
Have you picked up any moves from Burns, or has he picked up any from you?
Me and Burns, we constantly talk about pass rush all day, every day, every time we see each other. When we out at practice, during the game, we constantly talk about pass rush, how we are being set by, the tackles on each side, what worked, what didn't work. Always picking each other's brain and trying to see, okay, you use that, and then let me see if I could use this and beating with this.
What's your bread and butter? Your pass.
Oh, I can't tell you that, baby. I can't tell you that. If I told you that, then everybody would be playing me for it.
What was kind of the game plan against Jameis today?
Just affect him. Always a team like the Saints that have a dynamic running back like Alvin Kamara, you got to stop the run first. In my opinion, he's one of the best running backs in the league from a rushing and catching standpoint. So we wanted to first come out and stop the run, and then after that, once you stop the run, you get the chance to rush the quarterback, and that allows your pass rushers to go ahead, pin their ears back, and get after it. We knew. After watching Jameis, last week, we knew that if we could affect him and not allow him be the factor he was, I think he threw 20 passes last week and still had 5 touchdowns. That's unheard of. So we knew that if we can affect him, get him off his spot, that we would have a good chance to win the game.
JC gets his first pick today. What is it about him? He doesn't seem like a rookie. What's his bearing like when he's on the practice field in the meeting room?
And as far as NFL-ready talent, playing cornerback, and, he's going to go against some great wide receivers this year. But to see him so far, man, I'm really impressed. I remember when we first drafted him, I had, watching some of his tape and some of his highlights, I already liked what he was, what he bring to the table. But to just see him out there balling, to get his first pick today, and only his second game, man, is special, and I'm truly happy for him. But with him, I think the sky's the limit. I think he has the talent to be one of the best. He comes in with that mentality. He works hard. He listens, and always soaking up information, and you love to see that out of rookies. He's serious about what he does.
I know you said last week your performance against the Jets as a team kind of put the league on notice. How much more noise does this win make?
At this point now, it's about us, and continue to stack great games, and continue to execute and play as well as we did. We're still not where we want to be, but we know that. So we're working. We're going to continue to work towards trying to be as perfect as we can be, and come out here every Sunday or whatever game day. Come out there on game day and be the best that we can be.
How important it is for this defense, for your offense to be doing what it's doing, controlling the ball. Sam's not turning the ball over a lot. Gives you time to rest up. How important is that? You have confidence in him.
It's complementary football. For them to have the time of possession that they did today, and allow the defense, to kind of sit on the bench and rest and not have to go long drives, and for us to be able to continue to get them the ball back. I mean, it's big. Everybody is playing great football so far, and we're just complimenting each other. We're feeding off of their energy. They're feeding off of us, and I love where we're at. I know we can do more. I know we can be better, but I kind of love where we're at right now. Can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds for us.
Getting AJ back. How is getting AJ back going to help you?
Veteran guy, played a lot of football. a good cornerback. Can't wait for him to, come back and just be another voice, somebody who's been around. I think this is year 9 for him, somebody that's been around, and just continue to lead the younger guys, the younger DBs, and be a factor on this defense.
Thank you, Hot.
Everybody be safe.